baseboards. As you can see, I'm missing walls. I have no flooring. I don't have the ability to be here safely, and I'm concerned about my well-being.
Look at that. Hey guys, AJ here back with another one for you. So guys, we always hear that all these 304s are outperforming men, right? And they're strong and independent.
I am woman, hear me roar, and numbers too big to ignore.
You hear they own more homes. They have these luxury condos and townhouses, right? Here's the thing, guys. Us men don't buy homes, right? Until we have a family to actually put them in. But these chicks think that a home also is some luxury condo, and they rush to put all this money down to move in there and don't do their homework and don't do their due diligence, and then the whole place falls apart. And they're stuck high and dry. Guys, here we have a case in Baltimore. And they're these luxury condos. So you know that there's a whole bunch of B-dubs that moved into these high-rise condos trying to flex, right? And the whole place is falling apart. Now guys, you know and I know that any of us, first of all, we wouldn't move to a luxury condo high-rise in Baltimore anyways, because that's kind of an oxymoron. And also, guys, we'd at least stop to take a look around and actually see if the craftsmanship is all right. So guys, we'll get into this. But before we do, like, subscribe, drop a comment. Guys, I have a second channel called 50304s. That's linked in the description, so please go and check that out. Join my Discord. Check out the playlist at the end. Guys, I'm offering memberships now, so hit the join button or the link in the description. Thanks to all you guys that are already members, because memberships really help this channel out. And let's get into this.
Thank you, Olivia. 9:33 in development now. Some residents of a luxury Inner Harbor apartment complex are reaching out to Fox 45 after they say they have been living in less than ideal or even unsafe conditions for weeks now. Shannon Lilly joining us here in studio with their calls for action from owners and managers of that property. Shannon?
Well, keep in mind, Tom, this complex has been owned and operated by Questar Properties for 7 years. And in that time, the executive vice president says they've never had an event quite like this. But renters say what started as a bad situation has only gotten worse.
In the heart of Baltimore's Inner Harbor, there's a building that towers above the rest, boasting of luxury at the water's edge. But residents of the 414 Light Street apartments say there's nothing luxurious about the storm of sorts that hit them June 12th.
Look at that.
Still trickling on nearly a month later.
Be very careful, guys, because there's a lot happening, but this is what you see or you're met with when you enter my apartment.
This resident who asked us not to share her name.
And right over here is kind of where the source of the water was, where it started leaking into my apartment.
Says it's hardly the view she pays thousands a month for.
Look at that.
In fact, she's been out of a home.
Was hoping that by this time I would have my apartment back, because like I said, it happened on June 12th, and we're still drying out my apartment today.
Her unit on the 17th.
Isn't it funny how she doesn't want her name known, but she sure does want her face on the camera, huh, guys? Isn't it funny, guys? The hubris, right? They just have to get attention.
You stupid woman!
Floor one of about 70 damaged by a significant water leak, soaking through multiple floors and prompting weeks of repairs.
A lot of us are in the same club that none of us want to be a part of.
In fact, some 14 stories below.
Okay.
There we go again. Look at
Sophia McCormick's unit also not spared.
You can come in and then see that all the drywall has been removed here. All the flooring has been removed in my entire apartment.
But beyond the exposed outlets, holes in her ceiling, and hazards for both her and her 16-year-old dog.
These unsafe edges here, like where the trim is sticking out, it's one here, and then there's one over here also in the kitchen.
McCormick's biggest concern.
Guys, if you ever meet a chick, well, you know, guys, I avoid B-dubs altogether. I mean, let's be honest, right? If you ever date any chick and their dog looks like this, come on.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
You think that she's not gonna prioritize this sick, weirdo, like busted Yoda-looking dog over you, dude? Oh, my dog is sick. I can't do this. I can't come over. I can't do this because my dog is sick. Or my dog is sick and I took him to the vet. Can you please pay the bills? Please. The vet bill is $6,000. I can't afford it. Can you pay it? No, I can't.
What she calls a lack of meaningful communication from management about the ongoing repairs, and left with few options but to endure it.
No accommodations in a hotel, no availability in the guest suite. I requested to transfer apartments and was told that there weren't any apartments to transfer to.
We took those concerns straight to the executive vice president of Questar Properties, who says management and ownership have been working tirelessly since the leak occurred.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
While also adding that renters are required to have renter's insurance, which covers temporary relocation if necessary. But that has not been McCormick's experience.
My renter's insurance, my personal policy, does not cover lodging.
She says that's especially the case given management does not deem the damaged living spaces to be uninhabitable.
Look at that. He's got a living. Guys, this is Baltimore, right? This is Baltimore, and I guarantee you these dunderheads are paying for rent in their luxury apartments. They could have got a mortgage somewhere else out in the country. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
But when we asked what would constitute as uninhabitable, the company, with no formal definition, citing each case as unique.
I would like to know what that would look like for it to qualify. Because I'm missing baseboards. As you can see, I'm missing walls. I have no flooring. I don't have the ability to be here safely, and I'm concerned about my well-being.
She is now planning to take this fight to court over rent payments she believes she should not owe. Meanwhile, for McCormick,
You know, we live in an apartment community because we want easy living.
but she says it is a far cry from the effortless day-to-day the company promotes online.
To this moment, I don't have any information on when it's going to be completed. And so I just decided that I can't live like this, open-ended. And so I'm moving out in 2 weeks.
Well, in response to our questions about repair timelines, the executive vice president says they intend to finish in the next several weeks and will provide updates to each resident in the coming days. In fact, some residents have received word, guys, just yesterday that the restoration process will begin tomorrow at long last. I'm Shannon Lilly.
Guys, if they get those repairs done in 2 weeks, I'll eat my socks, right? They're cooked. That much damage and they haven't fixed it yet? They're cooked. Look at that. Someone says they have to move out because there will be black mold in structure. Yep, that's true. Look at that. Someone says she said not to share her name, and still Fox 5 Baltimore showed her name, so the floor she lived on, and her face. We appreciate putting the story out, but have some compassion for the poor survivor of this situation. Guys, she chose to have her face on camera. They asked you on the news, guys. Look at that. Absolute dunderheads. Guys, they want this city living, this luxury apartment foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Nuh-uh. I have a nice house out in the country. All right, you guys. This is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, guys. I'm out of here. Have a good one.